Man. Iron Rockets in the spot, standing strong on the rock that lasts. You feel me? Yeah. We ain't just talking tough. We trust the one who took the cross for us.
All right, welcome back to the Iron Rodcast here from our new studio. Just another corner to someone's
bedroom.
someone else's bedroom.
Gosh.
It's not our bedroom anymore. We've leveled up, bro. Welcome back, man. It's been too long, but I just finished my semester of school, and Ket settled down a little bit. He's about to have a baby soon, so we'll see if we can. But we're gonna put out more videos, so we have more time now. At least for the summer, we're gonna do it. But yeah, we've never done a true. I think we've done one reaction to a video before. But we've never done these true reaction videos, and these ones made me laugh. So
and I've never seen them before.
Yeah, so we're gonna go. So I did react to one of the videos on our TikTok. We're just going to. Okay, so go with the gospel. I think his name is Jordan. Like go with Jordan.
I think so.
I don't remember, but
I think
this
Jordan.
is to tell me what you think. We'll pause it. Pause it when you tell me to pause it, but here's the video.
You don't need a temple to be connected to God. Here I am sitting with God's Word out in nature, and I'm connecting with God right now. God says that our bodies are temples of the Holy
Spirit. Did that blow your mind? Or
it's a little cringy. Just a little cringy.
Did that blow your mind though? Did you know that?
I don't need a temple to connect with God.
Have you ever been told that before? Like that you can go to nature?
No! What have I been doing?
It's these slam.
When's the last time I've sat by a river? Fuck!
I don't know what these like. You don't need a temple to connect to God. Does he?
Who said we did? Who said we did?
That's what I'm saying. Does he think that the only way that we think that we can connect with God is through temple? Like maybe he thinks that. Maybe a member of the church told him like
It's the way.
the only way we connect with God is going to the temple.
It's like I've read my Book of Mormon near a river before.
I've read my Bible near the river before, like, and I've connected with God outside of the temple.
Yeah.
So
That's a weird take.
It's such a strange take.
And you're not talking to anyone else but Mormons.
Yeah, no.
You're not talking to Hindus.
You're definitely not talking to like, you're only talking to Mormons.
Yeah.
Let's see, I don't remember what the rest is, but that first part killed me.
Holy Spirit, and He's always dwelling within us. So I don't need a physical temple to help me better connect with God. I can do that right here, right now. I can make my own spiritual sacrifices to God right here and right now.
So the rest of the message is dope, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Which we believe that, by the way. I don't know if people, we also believe that you can do that.
Yeah.
What are temples for then? For people?
Temples are simply for one, doing proxy work for the dead. But two, more importantly, is to offer covenants, like to, what's the word? To administer covenants.
Yes.
That you can make with God.
Yeah, to receive covenants and have them administered unto us.
The truth is, Jordan, you can't do that at a river.
No,
with your
you
Bible.
can't. I mean, you can make. He's saying offer spiritual sacrifices, but
you can offer spiritual sacrifices, but that's not what we're doing in the temple.
That's not what we're doing in the temple either. So I like his message because I'm like,
we are covenanting with God to obey the law of sacrifice.
Yes, but we aren't like offering.
That's not to say that somebody can't go to God and be like, hey, I'm going to sacrifice for you. That's great. You don't need the temple for that. But there is a covenant involved that we believe is necessary.
Yeah, and they aren't like separate. Like I can go to the temple to offer spiritual sacrifice, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But that's like the purpose. You can also go to the temple to get closer with God.
Yeah.
But why? If you've ever been to a temple, like if you've ever gone to a temple open house, which I recommend all Christians go to a temple open house or something. Anyone should go to a temple open house. They're awesome. But it's so quiet in there. It's so peaceful. So maybe that's why they hear this lingo a lot of like, that's just how you connect with God is by going to the temple. I guess.
I mean, in my life, that is the temple is probably, to me, what the river is to Jordan. You know,
Yeah,
in
exactly.
a lot of
Totally.
cases. But I've also had experiences in nature, like he's describing.
The same
So
types of experiences.
I don't think that experience is exclusive to the temple.
Yeah. In fact, I would say we connect more with God on the way that maybe he's talking about every single Sunday at church.
Yeah.
Like that's what church is for, to partake of the Eucharist, to partake of the sacrament, right? And we believe that Christ is present in the sacrament as well. So
Yeah.
I'm
low-key.
We know we do. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
That's
literally.
a tangent.
Literally. Yeah. That is a tangent.
We don't need to go down that tangent, but that's where we connect with. I think that's where we connect with God more than anything. So maybe that. But then I would rebuttal his like. I don't think Paul said, go out alone to the forest as saints often to connect to God.
Yeah.
No, he said, gather regularly,
together.
right? Which is
Yeah.
what we do. Anyways,
Yeah.
so it's too long. I just thought that was really funny.
My first reaction to it was I was cringed out because it was like, that's low-key what people that leave Christianity say. I don't need a church
to connect with
feel
God.
you know,
Yeah,
like,
the
that's what they
spiritual.
say.
That's what they say. It's the same exact argument.
Yeah, it's like, do they need the Bible then to connect with God, Jordan?
yeah, is God only present in the Bible? He'd probably say it is.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's a bad take then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if someone's like, I don't need the Bible to connect with God. I can just go to nature
you're
and
right.
it's like
That's true, but
But you should use the Bible.
yeah, but,
It's like
yeah. Especially in his situation, anyway.
yeah. Okay, here's the next one. This one is just the first. Okay, well I'll just.
Okay, I made a video about the Book of Mormon and all the crazy things that the Book of Mormon says, and I made the claim that the Book of Mormon contradicts the Holy Bible, and I have a bunch of Mormons in my comments like, where? So I'm gonna show you.
Okay, so she's gonna show us.
Can I guess what she's
Take a
gonna
guess.
say?
Have you seen this video?
No.
Take a guess.
Is she gonna bring up the King Follett discourse,
Okay.
or like?
Okay.
Forgive me for reading off my notes. Okay, we'll start off with the biggest one, the nature of God. The Bible is very clear that there is only one God and he is everlasting. There is no before, there is no after. He has always been.
Okay. So the Bible is extremely clear that there's only one God and he's everlasting, he's eternal.
Yeah.
Let's see
Let's
here.
read the freaking intro.
Let's read the introduction to the book. I don't know if it's, I just grabbed this
Might
off
be
the
the
shelf.
preface. No. Oh, the introduction's not in the original.
Oh, wait. Hold up. Maybe it's in the...
No, the introduction isn't in the original.
Dang
The
it!
introduction was written by Bruce R. McConkie or whatever. Oh, no. It's in the
it's
title
part of
page.
the...
It's in
I was
the
going to say
title
the
page.
introduction is canon, bro. Aha! Here we go.
Yeah.
And also to convincing the Jew and Gentile that Jesus is the Christ, the eternal God.
Bang.
So I don't know. Like she's trying to show us like, well, the Bible says God's eternal and there is one God. The Book of Mormon. Yeah. Well, let's see what the Book of Mormon says. Hold up, because she quoted scriptures for the Bible. Let's see.
Whereas the Book of Mormon and LDS doctrine teach...
So she said 3 Nephi 28:10 and 3 Nephi 12:48 and 2 Nephi 2:25. 2:25?
Isn't that
Adam fell that men might be and men are that they might have joy. Like what is?
This?
She didn't do it.
How many views
I'm
did
pretty
this
sure
get,
it's 2 Nephi 2:25 is what we just quoted to each other. But let's go to the
Yeah, I think it is.
2
It's gotta
Nephi
be.
2:20.
Yeah,
Adam.
what the-
So then our next one, 3 Nephi 28:10. Let's see if this says that God's not eternal, that it contradicts the Bible. This is a blind. I haven't looked at these yet.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't even. I didn't even realize that this was a part of the claims because she says something else. But 28:10 says, "For this case ye shall have fullness of joy, and ye shall sit down in the kingdom of my Father. Yea, our joy shall be full, even as the Father hath given me fullness of joy. And ye shall be even as I am, and I am even as the Father, and the Father and I are one." So what does that say about God not being eternal?
Yeah, if anything, that supports the Trinity.
Yeah, him and the Father are one. What the frick? If anything, that's a Trinitarian. So I think that the problem is that, and ye shall be even as I am. Which,
Well, that's what John 17 says.
no, that's nowhere in the Bible. You can't.
John 17.
You can't say
And
that.
it's just repair.
Okay, so then the last one, 3 Nephi 12. what was it, 24? 35, 1248. I'm scared, dude. She might debunk my whole faith. 1248 says, therefore I would that you should be perfect even as I, or your Father who in heaven is perfect.
Oh. Oh.
Mormons are the only people that believe that Christ said something like this.
Yeah, it didn't
Be
show up
therefore
in
perfect,
it didn't show up in the Beatitudes.
That's no. Only Mormons believe. Okay, so I don't know. She just didn't.
Yikes, sister.
We might have to make a short reacting to just this claim. But anyways, let's keep going on.
Teach that there is a plurality of gods where humans
So
can
apparently
become.
in those verses it talks about a plurality of gods.
Like Jesus and the Father?
Yeah.
Is that's got to be the only
And that they're
thing-
one?
Yeah, that's the only
Yeah,
thing that...
there's nothing in the Book of Mormon that's like
In those verses, that's all it talked about.
the God the Father, Jesus Christ, and how they're one.
And that we may be one with him. But that's the Bible,
so,
sister.
so here we go.
Where humans can become gods, and that God Almighty was once a man.
So in the Book of Mormon, it teaches the plurality of God. It teaches that man can become gods, and that God was once man. That's in 3rd Nephi, 2nd Nephi 2:25.
Second Nephi. I just am like, what possessed you to be so confident?
Yeah, or to not even look up the...
The scriptures.
scriptures
What
that-
list did you get from somebody?
Now, I did do this with the Journal of Discourses.
The Journal of Discourses is different than...
Is like 17 novel, things like...
It's different. It's different than citing scripture and verse.
Yeah, a verse, like a scripture verse, boom. Not like this paragraph.
Yeah, like you
this
could
whole,
look that
like-
up. You can't really search the...
Yeah, anyways, I just want to put a little caveat there because I have messed up before. But she got called out.
We had it on good authority.
We
okay?
did have it on good authority. You know who you are, bro. I hope he watches this. Set me up for that crap. Anyways, she keeps going, but it's just like it's absurd.
Sad.
So I think this is the same girl. Oh no, different girl. Her name's Aurora. Did you ever see that video of the girl that was driving around the Salt Lake City temple saying, "Jesus, Jesus"? She was like trying to cast out. She's trying to pull like a city of Jericho on us. I don't know if it's a...
Oh my gosh. I have seen this.
Yeah, she like drove around just shouting Jesus' name around Salt Lake City. She like prays for us sometimes. Anyways, she's very, very, she's cool. She's based, let's be honest. But this video just, this makes me so, this is the only one out of all of them that did make me angry a little bit because I just thought it was absolutely ridiculous. But here you go.
The LDS community, I need you to listen to me. And I say this with so much love, but your leaders are lying to you.
It's another cringe.
I say this with so much love, but your leaders are lying to you. Wait, let's look at her.
That angel at the top of your temple, that's a golden calf. It's an idol. You're worshiping a demon named Moroni.
Okay.
Not once in our worship
Have you ever
heard us say Moroni.
prayed? Have you personally ever prayed to Moroni? Even maybe as a saint, like, you know, as no.
No, dude. In fact, why didn't she just use the golden calves under the baptismal font?
That's a better.
She said, that's your modern day golden calf. I was like, well, we do have those.
We have actual
also,
calves.
But we just worship neither of them.
Yeah, we don't worship any of those. How
Oh,
crazy
man,
is that?
bro.
How crazy is that? I can't. People just. I mean, we could watch through all of these whole videos, but to just say that, do Christians worship the cross?
Yeah, it's like, no.
Not that Moroni is like the cross, but just because there's a symbol doesn't mean that they worship that symbol.
Yeah, just because there's a symbol that shows up regularly doesn't mean it's worship.
Exactly. Doesn't mean it's like that's the one that we praise.
Yeah.
That's the one that we go
Yeah.
into.
Oh boy.
That one was pretty funny. Okay, I have one last video that we can do a reaction to. So I don't know if you saw the
Taylor Frankie Paul.
she has the best. Sign her up for the league, dude. She has the most accurate
Chair throwing league.
How did she?
Dude, somebody made an AI like leaked footage of the end of
Oh, The Bachelor? Yeah.
He's like, I don't think I want to. She picks Damn. Can you have
The guy's like, oh, frick. Shouldn't laugh too much. That's a pretty sad thing. The poor,
Sad for the
poor
kid.
Yeah. But, man, dude, laser beam accurate. That's
Super
not her
accurate.
first time throwing chairs.
Yeah,
dude.
her husband did not see that coming.
Wow! Dude, it turned into like Mr. Andersen, bro, chairs. Also, there was like her child and a flat screen TV behind her, and she's full confidence that she could hit him.
Honestly, jealous of the confidence.
She,
Anyway.
she was like, frick, dude, I don't even... Anyways, that's actually kind of good segue because the ex-LDS, ex-Mormon, whatever they want to be called, truthers.
Post.
They're truth seekers. That's what they are.
That
That's
also makes me cringe.
Post-Mormons.
Post-Mormons.
That's what they should be called. Because apparently Mormon's on a spectrum.
Yeah, like autism.
It's like autism.
Yeah, yeah.
And
like
they're
me and you, we're
way
Mormon.
We're way over there, dude. But she did a... so the ex-Mormon community was saying that, like, you know, it's the church's fault. That she is...
Yeah.
was even swinging in the
chairs.
first place.
It's a church's fault that they just breed athleticism. That's really the only thing they can claim.
She was a oppressed woman that's also was athletic.
Yeah. Both came from the Mormon church. So it's not her fault that she broke and used her freaking cannon for an arm.
Oh, terrible, terrible situation. Yeah. Anyways, they said that that's the church's fault. So there was a very apparently controversial, didn't think this was very controversial. And I want to talk a little bit why it's not controversial, but did you see they put the Jesus carrying his cross on the temple grounds? You worked on that? No way!
Yeah, bro, I worked on that.
He does patinas for
Bronze art.
Bronze art,
Yeah,
sorry.
bronze
So
I
that's sick.
Yeah, I technically worked for the artist, but worked on that.
That is dope. Well, apparently not as dope though. Let me show you a video.
Oh, okay.
As an ex-Mormon, I never thought I would see the day.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. I'm not gonna say it, bro. Okay, bro.
Oh man, I got a cough.
My
I'm sorry.
voice caught me off guard. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Okay.
That something like this would be put out by the Mormon Church, let alone on temple grounds. Like, I'm astounded.
Because growing up,
Why do you think she's astounded?
Because growing up, the cross was, forbidden. Dude.
Yeah.
You're going to hell if you use the cross.
You can't.
I actually have a really cool experience with that sculpture. But
Really?
Yeah, we'll talk about it after.
Well, let's just.
We weren't allowed to wear crosses. We were told, well, if Jesus was killed by a gun, would you wear a gun? Like, there was no celebration of the cross or crucifixion. It was all based around his resurrection.
Okay,
And that's
so
why I got my haircut.
okay, so do Christians celebrate the crucifixion? Define, because she said there's no celebration of the cross and crucifixion.
Yeah.
What Christians are celebrating the cross and crucifixion? I
don't know of one.
Maybe I'm not.
I mean,
Maybe
if
I'm
you
not
say-
in the.
Well, if you talk about celebrate, like she probably is talking about, is like venerate or like respect or whatever,
Right.
like the sacrifice. But no one's like, we're celebrating Jesus's
Woo!
death.
Jesus
Celebrating
died.
the sacrifice, like we're celebrating the gift of
the
the
gift of the sacrifice, but
Not.
I don't know if very many Christians are like, thank goodness that they crucified Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
I don't know.
But like, I'm grateful for the sacrifice that Jesus Christ offered,
Yeah.
right? So that we can raise from the dead and we
I'm
can
celebrating Jesus.
Jesus Christ. So are you absolutely she's not terribly like that much older than us.
No.
She's probably younger than our parents.
Yeah.
Was anyone in our family absolutely shocked to see a picture of Jesus Christ carrying
On
a
the
cross?
Oh yeah, no.
Why?
Well, what? It's in the Bible. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. She's saying like I'm an ex-Mormon. I grew up. She's like, I am shocked to see that the LDS community would recognize the cross. Why? What are you talking about? I don't. And I know that I'm
there's
gonna.
paintings in the church of him on the cross.
I've actually never seen one in
You have.
the church buildings.
You have.
Oh, I have? Okay.
You for sure have.
Is it in our ward? Like our ward?
well,
I know
no.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's
The painting of, and it's like
he's super pale, and he's up there, and Mary's at the ground,
Yeah.
and it's a very moving piece.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like, I can't, acting like Mormons or members of the Church of Jesus Christ don't celebrate the sacrifice.
Yeah, that's wild.
You never listen to April General Conference.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's me. We just never listen to conference. And I don't know. This is another thing, and this is inflammatory. And I understand I'm going to get clipped, but I'm seeing this so much. The kids that were like Peter priesthoods that were like, "Ooh, the cross is bad." Like they couldn't. There was no nuance in their way of thinking. When those kids become ex-Mormons,
They're not nuanced still.
yeah, they look back at the church and they assumed, wait, I'm the only one that was raised correctly about the cross. And you guys aren't doing what I was raised doing. And there's still Peter priesthoods that are like just judging people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That one.
Well, and another thing that happens too is when it seems like when people leave the church, they want change to just stop right when they
Yeah,
leave.
you're not allowed to have any.
So if
and they assume that there's never been change before they left.
Yeah, like it's always been the same. Like, yeah.
Well, be careful. They're going to tell you, I thought it always been the same.
Well, I'm sorry.
Do you not have grandparents? And maybe some of them, I don't know,
like growing up, I was like, obviously grandma treats church different than mom or dad, you know, like that's just a generational, anyway.
There's a generational, I heard grandma all the time being like, whatever you guys are doing for church is not the same thing that I was doing like as for church. My grandma,
Which grandma?
Workman,
Okay.
thinks that having, I don't want to say this in a mean way. I love grandma.
Yeah.
But my grandma believes part of like her religion is that going out wearing curlers in your hair is not necessarily a moral thing to do.
Yeah.
Because that's what it said in For the Strength of Youth, that like it is immodest to wear curlers out in public.
Yeah.
So if that doesn't teach you about the change that we've already just had in the church from my grandma's generation to my generation, like imagine her generation to Brigham Young. There's already it's like ex-Mormons when they grew up in the church, they believed that there was polygamy and then there wasn't polygamy, and that's the only change that's ever happened in the history of the church. And then they find out about blacks in the priesthood, and they're like, there was another change? And then they think that those are the only two changes that have ever happened.
Yeah.
What? Like it rages me. Like I get a
wild.
little angry. It's yeah.
No, dude, I've had a spiritual experiences with the cross.
Oh yeah, you're gonna tell
Very
that
spiritual
story.
experiences with the cross. Outside of this, but I'll tell this stories. So I was working at the foundry that was like producing this guy's work. They're obviously not the artist. He was the artist, but it's a process to get a bronze sculpture.
Uh-huh.
And so I was picking up things of another piece he did of the First Vision. So in his studio,
sick.
I was going, and it's on Temple Square. That one also is on Temple Square. But I was picking up molds for the First Vision. He was sculpting that one, and he had done, or maybe I'm getting it wrong. It was flipped. So he was doing the First Vision sculpture anyway.
Oh yeah.
And I was walking to pick up the stuff for that, and I walk in, and I am like so dirty. The process just gets you so dirty. And I drove to his studio, knocked on the door, walked in, and I walk in, and the Mormon Tabernacle Choir is on. Just so
it's Tabernacle Choir.
Tabernacle Choir, Temple Square. Praise God, baby. And that was on, and I see the First Vision, and it's just as dramatic. The First Vision, that sculpture.
Yeah.
And then I look over, and Jesus is looking right at me.
Carrying the cross.
Carrying the cross. And I was like, whoa, I like almost want to take my shoes off. It was an interesting experience. And I'm literally like covered in
Soot.
crap. I'm covered in crap. Like I've got wax on me. I've got plaster on me. I'm just covered in crap. And he's carrying the cross for me. Anyway, so that was cool seeing that go up. Anyway, I've had a very spiritual experiences with the cross.
This is an apocryphal story that I heard on my mission. I tried to find it preparing for this video. I couldn't find it. But the fact that I believed it, I don't know if this is very good evidence, but the fact that I believed it, it proves at least some Mormons' relationships with the cross. But there was an apostle that went to Golgotha. Yeah. And he walked up and he was on the grounds looking at the cross. And then he just took some steps back and put his head down. And they're like, what are you doing? And he was like, what was done on that cross for humanity is too great for me to put my eyes on it. And it wasn't even the cross of Christ. It was a cross symbolizing the cross that Christ died on.
Yeah.
That's an apocryphal story. I don't even know if that's true. But I remember when someone told me that and I was like, facts. There was it wasn't like, I wasn't like all of a sudden like, wait a second, I thought the cross was just the AK-47.
Yeah.
It's not. I was like, oh, yes. Like it didn't even, there wasn't even like an oh, yes. It was just like
it wasn't like, well, that was confusing because that one person said I couldn't worship the cross. And so that's
because
it
Gordon
was like,
B. Hinckley one time did say, like, we don't try to worship the cross because it's what killed Christ. There's nuance in that people can't figure out. And that nuance is what happened on the cross is the most important thing in LDS theology.
Yeah.
Conquering, second most important thing, actually. I would say the Garden of Gethsemane is the most important, and then the cross. They're pretty much the same. But that's what it's based on. That's what everything we do is based on, the sacrifice and atonement of Jesus Christ. Without that, the church doesn't exist. If Joseph Smith ceased to exist, the church would go on. If Christ and his atonement ceased to exist, this church could not continue.
Yeah.
That's just my honest belief. And I feel bad for the ex-Mormons that are frustrated about. They're just frustrated about the cross being there, and for have you ever seen any of the movies that the church has made?
Yeah, bro. Literally,
of the crucifixion of Christ carrying that exact scene? Anyways, I'm going to crash out. I just know, and I don't try to do this much on podcasts, but I just have a testimony of Jesus Christ. I just know that he loves me. He sacrificed for me. He suffered for my sins. He was killed because he loves me. And he did that on the cross, and I love him for that. And I don't wear a cross because I'm like, I don't want to worship I don't want to have it on. That's why I don't wear a cross. But if somebody does wear a cross, I assume they're wearing the cross because they love Jesus Christ.
Not because they want to wear an AK-47.
Exactly. I don't know. You have any last things for any of the... Anyways, well, that's hopefully we got some... Clip us up, fellas. Put us in the chat. Hopefully we'll make on Mormon Stories podcast or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, till next time. It's all about Jesus, baby.
It's all about Jesus, baby. Yeah, that's right. Say his name now. No other name can save me. Only one, ain't no maybe. Every knee gonna bow, every tongue confess. Jesus Christ, nothing less. He's the way and the truth. He's the life we need. I lay my will at his feet. Let his love lead me. It's all about.